Hello and welcome to the Red Men TV. It's Starting 11 prediction show. I'm excited today, you know. Liverpool facing off against Bayern Munich in the Audi Cup. I know it doesn't matter. I know it's not supposed to matter, but really, it's Liverpool against Bayern Munich. Liverpool against Bayern Munich. This is what we're hoping to see this season when we hopefully get into the Champions League. Drawn on Friday. Big game to come in that. The qualifier, of course. Look, I'm excited. I really am. I know Bayern Munich have had some injuries and stuff. Hopefully we can get Renato Sanchez on loan for the season while we're over there, because why not? We're there. We're meeting with them. Let's go and speak to him. Let's go and try and get him through the door. It's not going to happen, but we can hope, can't we? I'm going to get straight into the Starting 11 prediction then, as I always do. I've gone with a really strong side for this game. I'll be back tomorrow with one for the second game, whether that be the final or the third place playoff. Hopefully the final. I've gone strong team. I've gone Simon Mignolet in goal. So I'll go through the sides, and then I'll go through the comments of what people think, who they think will start, whether they think different people will start, what formation it'll be, all that. We'll come to that as and when. At right back, I think Trent's going to come back in. We know Nathaniel Klein could now miss the start of the season. So really, you know, Joe Gomez has looked like he's going to be out for this game as well. So it's Trent Alexander-Arnold. Gomez is in the injury, by the way. I'm going to go with Matip and Lovren. Lovren didn't feature against Hertha Berlin because, well, it was precautionary more than anything. So I think we need to see our first choice centre-back pairing today. I'm going to go with Robertson. I know Milner's available for this game. I just think the extra day's rest, we might see him in tomorrow's game. I think that could be a good thing. Whether I'm right or wrong, let me know in the comment section, as you always do. Right, midfield, who's going to play? Is it going to be Emre Can? I don't think so. I think it's going to be Jordan Henderson. Can got a few minutes under his belt at the weekend. Henderson came on, so I'm going to go Jordan Henderson. I'm going to go Adam Lallana. Because you know what? Why not just go dead strong against Bayern Munich? I'm going to go Phil Coutinho playing in the midfield again. And then come on, this is what I want to see. I want to see Mo Salah. I want to see Sadio Mane on the other side. And I want to see Bobby Firmino. I want to see Lallana, Coutinho, Mane, Firmino and Salah playing the same team. That's what it's all about for me. This is an exciting Liverpool side, isn't it? I mean, look, I know it's pre-season, but we can get excited because we could potentially see this front three playing how they're going to play, I think, in the league today, and I am really, really excited for it. So I'm going to jump into the comments section, as you do, you know. Loads of people saying hi. Natural Red says, go Reds. Reece Clark, what's this Sadio bollocks with Inter? 35 million only gets you his left foot. It's exactly what you said. It's absolute bollocks. Right, okay, I don't know what that means. Jason Gomez says, come on, Chris, we'll shoot down a little bit. Hi from Republic of Ireland, says Charles Reynolds. Really looking forward to the game on Saturday. I'm going to see it. Just wondering what kind of a squad you think he'll bring. I think he'll bring the full squad. I think he has to. It's going to be our last game before the Premier League game. I think you're likely to see the team that will start against Watford on the first game of the season. Mikey040907 says, Mignolet, Arnold, Matip, Lovren, Robertson, Henderson, Lallana, Coutinho, Salah, Sturridge, Mane, 4-3-3. Mickey, lad, that's exactly what I've put. We're on the same page. I don't know whether that's a good thing or a bad thing for you, because you're on the same page as me. Milesy20, nice one, Milesy. Thanks for your messages yesterday as well. Much appreciated. Bullshit news story of the week. Mane to Inter for 35 million. That made my morning. Daniel Davidson, wonder if I'm the only one wondering, but why the fuck is Adam Bogdan still at the club? Why don't we release him? Not sure. I agree with you. You're not the only one thinking it. I'm liking our squad, says Mohammed Zaman. Emre Can is a beast, says Harambe. Harambe will never die. Not in YouTube comments. James Killick, do you believe that Renato Sanchez can make a big impact on our midfield if we were to get him? Of course he can. Of course he can. He's a young player. He's very, very good. He hasn't scored enough goals and assisted enough goals in his short career so far, but he's a good player and we all know that. Patrick Smith, Woodburn sub on today perhaps? Yeah, potentially. I'd like to see Woodburn. I really do like Ben Woodburn. I'm really excited to see him over the course of the next season. Luke Culver said, I'm going to Dublin on Saturday. I'm so excited. Yes, aren't we all? Isn't it just boss? Isn't it just brilliant watching the footy? Isn't the footy just the best thing ever? That's what it's all about. It's about watching 11 players put on that shirt, fight for that bird on that shirt, and it's just brilliant. Jack Jones, Chris, how do you think the season will go with the goalkeepers? Personally, I think it'll be Mignolet first choice with Karius, our cup keeper. Jack, I absolutely agree with that 100%, mate. Okay. Spike Bale says, I would play a more defensive midfield with Gini instead of Lallana. Yeah, I totally get that. And look, I think if it was an actual Champions League game, I would have gone for that. I think that makes more sense than what I've done. But I'll take you back to my earlier point. Look at them 5 players. Look at them. Don't you just want to see that? Yeah, it's great. Let's play another defensive midfielder in a mean English friendly. No, let's get all of these players on the ball and score goals. Just saying, just saying. Darnell Blake says, Ryan Kent is a perfect sub. Always excites me too. Luke Colville, I'm going to watch football. It's just amazing. Yes. Avoska Corms, Pajak Nudes. Yes, we haven't had a Pajak Nudes for a day. Fun to see our games. Nice Sabutio field. I remember that game. I remember it too, mainly because I look at the board every single day. But there we go. Chris, do you prefer Sadio on left or right wing? Right, with the way that Salah's been playing, I'm looking at Mane as the left winger for me. Obviously, I haven't seen him enough to actually say whether he's better on that side or not. Who scores first, Mane or Salah, says Ivan Contreras. Mane, because why not? But it's probably likely to be Salah the way he's been playing. Liverpool Football Club are in the chat. The Liverpool Football Club. It's not the Liverpool Football Club. They said create a Salah chant. Okay, why not? No problem with that whatsoever. Blake Bell says, please sign Virgil. Our attack is too strong for our defence, says Harambe again. I hope Liverpool sign Van Dijk and Leon Goretzka before the Watford game, says Chris Murphy. Chris, predict your Barclays Premier League top 6 as Kieran Mahoney. I did last week, and I don't want to get it wrong again, because what I'll basically do is predict a completely different top 6 because I've not thought about it again since last week. So I'm not going to, but thank you very much. Milesy20, think the Pajak Nudes demand will be a lot more after the new website gets released. Yes, we are releasing a new website. You're right. Pajak Nudes may well happen. I think it's going to have to happen at some point. Do you think we should cash the 35 million for Mane? And I'm sure Steve Nicol would appreciate that, said Sebi. I know you're on crack, and it's absolutely fine. But we're not cashing the Mane money in, not even for a joke, like you meant it. Do you think Cham will start next season, says Wimstar11 HD? I think he will start games. I think he's got to. I think Henderson has proved over the last 2 years that he's a good player, but he misses a lot of football matches. Hopefully we're at the end of that. Hopefully we do see the real Jordan Henderson and we see him play for an entire season and just see what he can bring to this side, because at the beginning of last season, when we were playing really well, when Coutinho was on fire, when Mane was on fire, when Firmino was playing that false nine role so well, Jordan Henderson was up there in all the good passing stats about how many he was involved with and how many sort of passes before the pass and everything. Jordan Henderson proved to me then that he can be this leader that this Liverpool side needs. But I think what happens is you forget about it because time passes by, and then Emre Can comes in and he looks really good as well. For me, we were always better with Jordan Henderson in that midfield. I know people disagree and that's fair enough, but that's just my point on it anyway. I really hope we can. In this market now, Mane has to be worth minimum 60 million. Don't know what the smoker over there at the San Siro, says Jack Jones. Yeah, I'd agree with that as well. I mean, he's like 100 million pounds. Super chat from advisor Andrew. Chris, help me relax. It's been so long since we have so much quality on the bench. I'm scared players like Cham will push to leave if no game time. Advisor Andrew, thank you very much for the comment, first of all. I get it. I understand your fears. I don't share them at all. I think what happens is Klopp's spoken to every player that's at Liverpool, and he's spoken to players that he wants to bring into Liverpool, and he's shared with them his vision for this football club. And his vision for this football club is to go out there, win Premier League titles, challenge in European football, win FA Cups and League Cups, and basically try and win every competition. And what football player doesn't want to do that? We've seen players itch to move to Champions League squads, not just from Liverpool, but from other sides. And the main reason that players have left Liverpool to go somewhere else is to win trophies. Fernando Torres is a classic example of that. He wanted to go and win trophies. Now, his career didn't go well when he left Liverpool, but he ultimately did win those trophies. And I think if Liverpool can get back to winning trophies, players nowadays do understand that you need to be part of a squad. Look at Chelsea's squad last season. They go and win the league. Willian was on the bench. He was their best player the year before when they were crap in the Premier League. And he was bought into Conte's methods and bought into the fact that he wants to win trophies. And he went and won a Premier League trophy with Chelsea as part of a squad. Players understand that now. Players are under so much pressure from outside influences, and the training's gone through the roof in the last last 20 years, that they know that their bodies struggle to handle the 60 games a season that you need to be able to compete in, to be successful on more than one front. Players know that, managers know that, Klopp knows that, Klopp's building something, stay with it. I hope I've answered your question, I hope I've made you feel better. It's exactly how I feel, I'm not bullshitting in any way, shape or form. Liverpool exists to win trophies, Klopp exists to try and win these trophies at Liverpool right now. We will do that, you've just got to trust in Jurgen Klopp. Thank you so much for the comment, I really enjoyed that. Chris, do you think Virgil van Dijk is our answer to winning the Prem? Virgil van Dijk is our answer to sorting our back line out. And sorting our back line out is the answer to go and challenge for the Premier League title. As I've said, we need a strong centre-back pairing. We need a spine to this team. You know, Mignolet, Van Dijk, hopefully Virgil van Dijk through Henderson, Chan, Wijnaldum, Coutinho, Firmino, Mane, Salah. That's a massive spine. You know, we could potentially have 3, 4, 5 world-class players playing at Liverpool this season, and I'd struggle to say that any of them were playing at a world-class level over the last few years, and that's why we've not won enough trophies, or any trophies for that matter. Okay. More about Roberto Sanchez. Shahiri Partib says Guns N' Roses. Yes, Guns N' Roses fan, massive. Jake Bowler, hope for a repeat of the Barcelona game last year. 4-0 will be nice. 4-0 will be nice. I'd like to beat them 5-1 just so we can have a little chat to Arsenal fans about it, but I know that it doesn't matter. Okay. Ooh, Chris, do you think we'll get any signs before Watford? No, I don't. I think, you know, the team are away, they're then going over to Dublin and stuff. I just can't imagine that it will happen. I know that the team don't sort the transfers and stuff, but the way it is right now, I think we were very strongly linked with Salah for a week before he actually signed. We were very strongly linked with Robertson for a week before he signed. I think it's getting a little bit too close to call now. I do think we'll sign someone before the end of the window. I think we'll sign 2 players before the end of the window. Chris, do you think we'll sign Van Dijk? Says Greg L. Yes, I do, but maybe not this week. Happy with a 4th place finish, Nikosh Budia? No, I'd be content with a 4th place finish. I want us to finish at least 2nd this season. You know, there's some strong sides. Manchester City looking really strong. United look like they could be a force again, just signing Matic. And obviously they've got Romelu Lukaku and Jose Mourinho, who's good in the 2nd season. You know, we already know about the champions, Chelsea now. This is a strong Premier League. Arsenal, whether they've improved or not, I couldn't quite tell you right now, but I know that the other teams around us have definitely improved. Liverpool have improved as well. Let's not forget that Liverpool can improve even further with extra signings. Liverpool, if they start the same way as last season, they build that confidence up and they start playing that great football, we can be there or thereabouts inside a couple of months, and hopefully we can I'd love it. I'd love us to win the Premier League title. I think it goes without saying, everyone watching this video would love us to win the Premier League title this year, but there are 20 teams aiming for this Premier League title. It's going to be very, very difficult. I want us to win silverware. I want us to make sure that we're a Champions League team every single year. That is the minimum requirement from Liverpool from here on in, because we've got ourselves into this Champions League. But 4th place, I'd be content. I wouldn't be happy. No way, shape or form. Oh, wow, loads of people just talking about Renato Sanchez. Hope that Solanke gets game time this season, says Sam Winter. Hope so too. Chris, would you start a fit Sturridge over Firmino, says Meme Lord? Only if that fit Sturridge had the pace that he used to have. Otherwise, I think Firmino's a better fit for this side. That's not to say that I think Sturridge is a bad player. I think Sturridge is an exceptional footballer. I think his finish is unbelievable. I'd love him to get a goal in pre-season, just to get that monkey off his back, because he went too long into the Premier League season last season without scoring a goal. And look, I know that the pre-season goals don't matter, but it's Daniel Sturridge, and goals do matter to Daniel Sturridge. Every time he takes the field, he'll be gutted that Solanke's getting goals. He'll be gutted that Salah's getting goals, and he'll be gutted that he's not getting goals, pre-season or not. A fit Daniel Sturridge is good for this Liverpool squad. A fit and ready to go and firing Daniel Sturridge is brilliant for this Liverpool squad. Pick and choose his games. Make sure you get 10, 15, maybe 20 goals a season out of him, but pick and choose him. Use him as a flat track bully if you need to. Get him in the box. Get him taking shots at goal. That's what he's good at. That's what he's great at. That's what he can do for Liverpool this season. Thanks for the question. Much appreciated. Berry1838 says, what prediction? Not today. I would love to see us go after either Sanchez, Sean Siri, or Cyprian as an alternative to Keita. Okay, I've not heard of 2 of them. Sanchez, loan makes sense for 100% signing Keita next season. Yeah, thank you, Jack Jones. The Right Honourable Ambassador for the Republic of Kyrgyzstan, says Chris, will Liverpool sell Coutinho? Probably at some point. Not today. Chris, do you think we should at least be in talks with some sort of keeper? I'm a bit worried, says RJS11. No, I don't. You know, look, I think we can improve on Sam Minier, I really do. But right now, last season, he looked like a solid option for us. Karius, is he going to improve? Not so sure. Like to hope that he is. Danny Ward, we've got 3 decent keepers. We've just not got outstanding keepers like some of the other teams in the Premier League. It might bite us on the arse, but I don't think so. Callum L. Chris, what do you think our furthest checkpoint in the Champions League will be? Meaning group stage, round 16, quarter-final, semi-finals, or even the final? Let me know. I think it is more important to go for the Premier League this season. I know it's going to be difficult to challenge on more than one front. We've not been in the Champions League for too long now. I think an acceptable finish is probably the round of 16. I'd like to hope that if we get to that round of 16 though, I'd like to hope if we get out of those group stages that we can go on and we can prove we can beat any side over 2 games. And the bigger the better in my eyes. I'd like to see us go and play some big sides in Liverpool and dick them in the eye. Yes, love it. Where do you think Ings will get some mins in these games? A Wrigley Mick says. Do you think Ings will get some mins in these games? These games coming up, maybe. Although it does say on my little sheet down here, Ings unlikely to feature. Lovren, Milner, Karius all fit and available once again. Durov Raval, Chris, Nudie, if we replicate the way we played against top sides last season, can we qualify till semis in the Champions League? Of course we can, no problem with that whatsoever. But you know, it's difficult because we've got Premier League games around it and stuff like that. But as I say, in a one-off or two games of football, we can beat teams. Chris, do you see potential in Karius, or do you think the Prem is too much for him? Says Brandon O'Haley. I do see a little bit of potential in him. He worries me at the moment. He's a young keeper. Young keepers take a little bit longer to develop. I think, you know, you might be looking more towards Mignolet's age, which I think is around about 29 now, maybe 27. I can't remember. I think it's 29. If we win the league next season, do you think Coutinho will stay? Says Kieran Goenka. Yes. Chris, if you had to tell one of our front 5 on your board, who would it be and why? I don't have to answer that question. I really don't. And that was from RJS11 again. Okay. Why do you have to make me pick between them? Why can't I just support all of them? I'm going to answer the question because you've asked the question, and I appreciate you asking the question. Oh, bollocks, I can't answer that. It's rocking a hard place here, you know what I mean? Advisor Andy, Chris, any news on Oxlade, or is it dead in the water? Not heard anything about Oxlade-Chamberlain for a couple of weeks, actually. Yeah, I've no idea, sorry, mate. Where do you think Liverpool will finish next season? It's Brandon said. I think they'll finish in the Premier League. Second. Chris, do you think we can progress better in both cups? She's having a bigger squad, says Ellis Chaplow. Yes. Patrick Kurz, Chris, if Bayern was to accept 35 million for Renato Sanchez and Leipzig was to accept 70 million for Naby Keita, which one would you go with? Naby. All fucking day, mate. All day. Gabe Mifsud said some horrible things about my favourite club in the world, and I'm not going to repeat them. Do you believe Klopp deserves to stay if he wins no silverware again this season? Nukish Budia, if we keep on improving, if we show progress. I would probably keep him anyway because I think he's fantastic. I understand that it's a hard league to be in, it's hard to go into 4 competitions, all that type of stuff, but yeah, absolutely. Brian Quigley, Chris, is Ings good enough to lead the line if Bobby and Daniel are injured? Ooh. I don't know. I've always had a sneaky suspicion that you might see someone like a Mane or a Salah doing that job. I really think you could. I know Danny Ings is a quick player as well, but you know, I think you've got Sturridge there, you've got Origi, you've got Solanke. I wouldn't mind seeing one of these guys do it because they spend a lot of time in that situation anyway. It'd be nice to see. Do you think Lallana gets into the team ahead of Chan and Wijnaldum, says Rory O'Hare? Yeah, I think Lallana's amazing. I really do. I think he's fantastic. He needs to sort his hair out, like it's a bit long for me. But other than that, I think he's amazing. Okay, there we go. Page that gives a dance, says Elliot Roberts. There you go, just a little one for you. Because I'm conscious that you'll put it on the internet. So, just a little one. Where does Wijnaldum and Chan fit into this side this year, says Macca McGines. I've just seen the dance just on the screen. It's weird. I wish I'd not done that now. Oh well. Around here somewhere. Okay, there you go. I've enjoyed doing the starting 11. I always do. Thank you so much to Advisor Andrew for the super chat. Of course, thank you for the extra questions from everybody else. Hope you've enjoyed the show. Don't forget to like the video. Please like the video. It helps us, and I like you helping us. Don't forget to subscribe to the YouTube channel if you haven't already, and check out the redmentv.com because it's awesome. It's only £2 a month, loads of in-depth, exclusive analysis, interviews, all kinds of shebang on that channel. So go over there, the redmentv.com, check it out. It's free for a month. If you like it, keep it. If you don't like it, just fuck it off. I'm not arsed. But give it a chance. That's all we're asking. What else could you do for £2 a month? Leave me your comments in the comment section below, and I'll see you next time on the Red Men TV.